Have you ever been to Chicago and you told somebody, oh, I'm from the south side of Chicago, and they like, oh my God, I gotta stay away from you?
I feel like we live in a world where murder is tradition. I feel like we live in a world where murder is tradition.
So, tell me, how you feel about the violence in Chicago?
Well, man, Chicago is definitely a violent city. I mean, especially living on the south side, you see it, we face it every day. But honestly, like when I hear about it, man, it's like I'm like desensitized towards it. I mean, it's like when you watch those Feed the Children commercials, and when you first see them, you know what I'm saying, you feel sorrow for them and everything. But after a while, it's every day. So it's like, it happens. Third world country, they happen. So when I see vice in Chicago, it's like you wake up in the morning, you know what I'm saying, just like eating some cereal or drinking some coffee or something. It's just something. It's just a daily routine. So I feel like not that I don't care about the violence. And it's not that I don't feel like we can't do anything about it, but it's like it happens so much that it's hard to keep caring, because if you keep doing the same thing over again, it's like it doesn't mean anything. It can't be. The violence in Chicago has become redundant.
And I feel like that little kid should not know the difference between a firecracker and a gunshot.
I don't even watch the news anymore because I have to listen to some little kid died from random acts of violence down the street while she was probably on a scooter or in her house watching TV. I want to know that I'm in a society that practically accepts it and then publishes it on news and says it's not good, but everyone knows about it and no one really does anything about it. It's just irritates me.
So, how you feel about the term ChiRaq?
I feel the term ChiRaq is accurate.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, like, it's the same as what's going on in Iraq, but the only difference is we're fighting against each other.
Alright, so how do y'all feel about violence in Chicago?
I hate it. Oh my God, I hate it. I swear. It's bad for her.
It's bad. I don't like it. It needs to stop.
What part of the city do you think has the most violence?
The south side.
Yeah, the south side.
The south side.
Are you all residents of the south side?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever heard of the term ChiRaq?
Yeah.
No. So how do you feel about that? You say you have?
Most of it.
I don't really remember. So how do you feel about that term?
I don't know about it.
Anybody else know about it?
I heard about ChiRaq and then I heard drilling noise.
So how do you feel about
I
it?
don't think that's right. But that's what this is though. Like, for real.
Do you think that we're that deep in violence?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think that we're really deep, that they'll just kill anybody that gets in their way.
So how do you
even
feel?
innocent people.
Exactly. So how do you feel that young people? What do you feel young people can do to change the violence in their community?
Stand up and say something.
Right, they can try to find their own activities that they like to do.
I think they should
get on the streets and stuff.
I think they should speak their mind.
Alright.
Everybody should speak up.
No, nothing.
Where are you all from?
From Europe, Hungary.
Oh.
Czech Republic and from Poland.
Okay. So that means when you go to Chicago, do you feel safe? So when you go to Chicago, you feel safe, no matter what?
Yeah, actually, I think we're in a safe place here. I mean, in the downtown, it's safe, I think, hopefully.
That's why we want to ask, because we want to know what other countries think about Chicago as well.
So, I think we believe Chicago is a safe place.
Okay. So,
we have heard only the best about Chicago.
What's that?
We have heard only the best about Chicago.
Only the best about Chicago, So, we believe Chicago's a good place. That's all I need to hear, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Have you ever heard of Chicago being referred to as ChiRaq?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so
many times.
do you understand that the reason it's being called ChiRaq?
Yeah, do I need to explain it?
I know if you understand it, I believe you. So, knowing that it's called this, how does that make you feel about the violence that goes on in Chicago?
It really saddens me, and the fact that there's more violence here than there is in an actual war zone in Iraq, it's kind of ridiculous if you really think about it.
Okay, so you hearing that? Do you believe that the media, media specifically the news, perpetuates the violence that goes on here?
No, I don't think the media.
So you think it paints an honest portrayal of it?
Yeah.
Okay. Also, Do you believe there are any effective solutions to the violence that's going on in the city?
Yeah, it's gonna sound cheesy, but it really is education. Like, a lot of these people who are doing these violent things, they really don't know any better, and they don't have anything better to do with themselves. So I feel like if they had more of a purpose, and if they were educated about what they really could be doing with themselves instead of killing each other, I think it'd be a lot different.
What side of the city do you believe is the most dangerous?
I think it's the west side.
Why?
You didn't tell me you were gonna say why. I don't know. I've seen it. I think it's the most dangerous. You used to have the projects in there, right?
Yep.
That? Isn't it? I'm not gonna say anymore because I might.
Can't offend nobody.
No, I don't know. But it used to have like the projects. Projects were really bad, and it was a really poor neighborhood.
Indeed. Are you from the west side?
No, I was raised there a little bit when I was younger. Yeah, that's how I know.
So, what part of Chicago do you think is the most violent?
Probably the south side. That's what I heard.
Do you two live on the south side? And another question. Have you ever heard Chicago being referred to as ChiRaq?
No, I've never heard that term before.
Oh, alright. You have? How do you feel about that?
Seems a little exaggerated, I guess.
I found a direct correlation between the violence in Chicago to the rap artists in Chicago that's promoting it. For instance, Chief Keef. I found something that said when you look at the people committing the crime, the shootings in Chicago, most of them have the image of him. They have dreads, the dark skin, and they look like him. And you got little kids and stuff, you know, that's growing up in this culture, and they saying that you ask them, who do you want to be like? They say, I want to be like Chief Keef. That's a problem.
When you call Chicago ChiRaq, it gives off this bad image that I don't really like because I don't really live in a bad neighborhood. So ChiRaq to me is something that's not really real.